Okay, so Ekin-Su had a massive bust up in the villa with Davide tonight because she lied about going on the terrace with Jay. Um, Now, people had already seemed suspicious about the two of them because they'd both been away for some time together. And when Davide outright asked Jay if he'd been with Ekin-Su, Jay did say yeah and was very honest. Davide kindly said thanks, but then sparks began to fly as Davide let out his anger and called Ekin-Su a liar and was rightly quite angry about what had happened. Now, Ekin-Su was absolutely gaslighting Davide. Now, gaslighting is when somebody tries to get another person to doubt their own reality. Case in point here, where Ekin-Su was caught on the terrace with another guy, yet was outraged at Davide for being upset when he found out. She was trying to get him to believe that it wasn't a big deal, when in actuality she was the one who was being deceptive and dishonest, and he had a right to be annoyed because she lied to him. However, Ekin-Su was very manipulative. She was telling people that he was rich. She was really upset by his antics of shouting in the house, that she was really upset. She pouted and jutted out her bottom lip to get people on her side. She cried. She was very manipulative, and it it's gone now from her being someone who's assertive and knows what they want in the house, I think, to actually manipulating people and telling lies behind their backs, which isn't great at all. She does make great TV. People have said, a lot of viewers have said that this season has been a bit boring, so she is definitely lighting up that fire, or putting flame to fire as it were, which makes great TV. It's great entertainment, but she's definitely showing that manipulative side through those gaslighting tactics. She also I think crossed Davide's boundaries as well, where she said to him, "I want to speak to you," and he refused. And she kept saying it to him, and as he was refusing, she said, "Oh, you don't need to shout at me," when actually he wasn't shouting. He was asserting his right not to speak to her because he didn't want to. And then she said, "That's so rude, that's so mean," and jutted out her lip, and she was just trying to manipulate the other contestants to get them on side. So that's Ekin-Su for the night and her antics. A new girl entered the villa. Her name's Danica, and she arrived in an unusual fashion. It wasn't the usual, text alert to say that someone else will be entering the villa. It was actually during the beginning of one of the challenges where she played bartender and then met with the group later on. As I said, her name's Danica. She's a dancer and very attractive, and the other girls were very visibly threatened. The guys, I think it was a mixed bag. They were excited to see her, but I think some of the guys are coupling down now, as we know. So Luca, said she's a good-looking girl, but she's no Gemma. And I think the same with Jacks, thought, okay, she's attractive, but I think he's, getting to know Paige and quite happy where he is. Funnily enough, Remy said those are the types of girls I date, which I find very interesting, given Danica's phenotype. She's a mixed race girl. And there's nothing wrong with having a type, but it was very telling that when he said those are the types of girls I date, specifically girls with lighter skin, lighter eyes. But it looks like she has her eye on Luca and Jacks, possibly, because she said that her exes looked more similar to those two guys. So the recoupling, half of it was tonight. They left us on a cliffhanger. We won't find out until Sunday night, but she is going to go for who she wants and who she's most attracted to. She did say that to the other girls. So again, much like Ekin-Su, this girl is a dancer. She's a performer for a living. She is, confident, extremely attractive, and I think she's going to step on toes as well. So we need to watch this space and see what happens on Sunday night at the recoupling and see who she actually chooses. I think it's going to be quite explosive.